What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy FCTHETRUTH, and we're back with another video. In this video, we got Wack 100 in the Street Runnerz clubhouse room talking about ADAM22 versus Joe Budden. Wack 100 talks about ducking Joe Budden and also talks about who's better, ADAM22 or Joe Budden when it comes to podcasting. So let's listen, let's get into it, and we'll talk after the video. And I'm gone.
How you feel about Joe Budden trying to press Adam?
That's what Joe Budden gonna do. You watch when I go in there, he gonna be on my line. I've been ducking. You ain't hear him when he came in? I've been dangerous, bro. I gotta go face him though. I've been ducking this. Well, he gonna see Adam as a culture vulture.
I think it was more of his mans on the side of him that was trying to press the line.
You talk about hey, who was up there? Yo, Icing, the regular.
He talking. All right, so look, this is to y'all. This is to the stage now. Who y'all think is bigger, ADAM22 or Joe Budden when it comes to the podcast world?
Joe Budden.
Joe Budden.
Joe Budden. And it's not even close. And it's not even close.
You say Joe. Not even.
Oh, it's not
at all.
It's Joe Budden, but Adam has his own lane in the YouTube.
Adam more relevant in the culture with the young kids. Like as far as the hip hop culture in the music business, but as far as podcasting goes, Joe Budden. Right?
Hold on, so you think his podcast is more successful than ADAM22?
100%, 100%. As far as a podcast goes, 100%. ADAM22 is more of a media outlet, but as far as podcasting, 100%. Joe Budden is more successful.
No, the thing is, ADAM22's YouTube is bigger than that's his huge platform. But if you, like they said, want to take it to that podcasting scenario, it's going to belong to Joe Budden. And he's been long standing before ADAM22, so therefore we're gonna go ahead and say Joe. But if you want to put it in categories YouTube wise, I could see ADAM22 taking that because, like they said, the young kids. But as far as the podcasting perspective, that's all Joe Budden all day, every day.
Right.
Yeah, Joe's gonna do that.
I also think it's on the age group. If you look, Joe Budden's got all the older people, whereas ADAM22's got all the younger ones. So
not necessarily
that's
because you'll see Joe interview young dudes like Little Baby and stuff like that. See, those guys and their labels want them to go to a Joe versus going to an ADAM22. But Adam is good for young up and coming artists. I would send them to Adam if I would wanted them to get like a quick.
Why is that, Marco? I just want to know.
Because I think that his lane is more for the younger upcoming cats, where Joe's gonna hit you with the polished artists and everything. That the core's gonna be dope. On Joe's joint, he had who he had on there? He had akademiks on there.
Yeah, Fredo Bang on there.
Like a lot of polished artists.
Yeah, so my opinion is on this whole topic of Joe Budden versus ADAM22, who's more relevant, who's the better podcaster. I'm gonna say, as far as traditional podcasting, the traditional way to pod, I feel like I'm leaning toward Joe Budden, just because we're talking about Spotify and the whole Joe Rogan model. You know, every time you look at the charts, like it's Joe Rogan and Joe Budden, like they're kind of like, and then everybody else is underneath Joe Budden. But if we're talking about the younger generation, I feel like ADAM22 has that on lock. Like as far as new artists trying to blow up, new artists trying to get their name out, interviews with up and coming new hip hop artists, I feel like ADAM22 is more tapped in to what's going on in music right now. And especially because a lot of times Joe Budden is just like, oh, I don't even listen to hip hop. You know, I'm more of an R&B guy. Like Joe Budden said that numerous times. Like he doesn't even keep up with all these young rappers and what's going on, who did what, who's beefing with who. He says most of the time he's on vacation and he's chilling listening to R&B. Not even the new R&B. He's listening to like the old stuff and some of the new stuff, but mostly the old stuff. So I can't really say he's in tune with the new hip hop artists and what's going on in hip hop. Like I don't know how you could say Joe Budden is tapped in with the new artists and the young artists. You know, I don't think even Joe Budden would say he's tapped into what's going on in that scene. But ADAM22 is tapped in, or at least he has a crew of people that keep him tapped in. Like I think ADAM22 is so big, his platform is so big, I don't even think he's checking what's going on where, who's beefing with who, but he has a team of people that keeps him in tune. You know, he's got T-Rail, he's got AD, you know, he's got Poetic Flacco, he's got, you know, shout out to them, they work their tail off, you know. And so I feel like he has people to keep him in tune. But yeah, So it's a tough one, man. I feel like it's new media and old not new media and old media, but I feel like it's like I feel like it's traditional media and new media. And I feel like I see Joe Budden podcast as traditional media, whereas I feel ADAM22 is more like new media. ADAM22 is kind of like a branch off of Vlad, a branch off of Akademiks, you know, where you get the spicy stuff, the confrontational stuff, the beef, but then you get we're gonna break new artists, you know, check out this new artist, you never heard him, he's lit, he's next up. You get everything, you know. With the Joe Budden podcast, it's more structured. It's more, we're going to talk about this person that's been in the game for a long time. They got a new album out. We're going to talk about what's going on with the 5 top artists right now. We might touch on relationships. We might touch on industry, what's going on in the industry. So it's like a little bit more polished and like more industry type, professional, traditional vibe. At least that's what I get from the Joe Budden podcast. You know, so that's my opinion. I know I'm a little bit long-winded on that, but yeah, what do you guys think? Who do you guys look to when you're trying to listen to like podcasts and find out about artists and music and just hip-hop culture? I think Mav Hoffa is really dope. If I had to say the best podcast right now, I might be leaning toward Mav Hoffa. I really love what he does, where it's like the vibe, everybody's just in the barbershop type, you know, they're in the shop just talking, and he really gets some good interviews. It's just, I don't know how he does it. It's just good. It's just good content. It's hard to really describe it, but shout out to Mav Hoffa. But his pod is one of the go-tos. I usually go, and shout out to Gillian Wallow. $1 Million Worth of Game is dope too. But mostly I go Mav Hoffa, Joe Budden, ADAM22, and then if Nori has something on the Drink Champs, I'll switch and check out Drink Champs. So like those are, as far as hip hop music, that's my category right there. But let me know who you guys' favorites are and what you think. And I'm out.